Today we're watching Street Level Heroes Are Monsters.
Imagine this scenario real quick. Let's say you became a criminal. You're about to be evicted from your apartment. Your girlfriend is hating on your guts right now. And you need the money from robbing this very bank, because without it, you're gonna die because you can't pay for your hospital treatments no more. To summarize it real quick, your life is garbage. Now imagine, after leaving the bank with the stolen funds, you just look to the side one time and you see this. Man, let me just get to it and say my piece. Street level heroes are evil, not just because
that nigga Batman did look evil as fuck.
Batman
Looked evil as fuck.
I feel like Batman is the main person that we're talking about here. Like Batman and the Punisher.
For sure, but the Punisher was never meant to be a good guy. But he is a street level hero.
Man, let me just get to it and say my piece.
Hero.
Look at him. You don't think this nigga would be evil?
Hero.
Heroes are evil, not just because most of them are human and don't have any powers, so they pretty much end up using their full-on force and techniques to just, I don't know, send you to the afterlife real quick. But it's really because half of these guys commit some of the most craziest, brutal, diabolical ways to take down their enemies. It even gets you questioning on how they're even a good guy in the first place. They're low-key crazy. And that's what I'm gonna be talking about today, man. For today's video, my beautiful people, I've decided to expose, investigate, and honestly just say the truth on how most of these good guys really and truly ain't good. Half of these men on a bad day are the same people who would knock out grandma's rob.
Yeah, but
I would argue.
I think he's a little bit stronger than street level, but yeah, for sure.
I'd argue he's like, is Captain America a street level hero?
I have no fucking idea.
A lot of people would say no.
Technically he shouldn't be, but on paper, you're right. But
as Spider-Man, I'm sorry to Captain America fan, Spider-Man beats the brakes off Captain America.
I know that.
He doesn't even.
Yeah, I know, because he's a boxed Hulk, and then he has better agility.
Bruh, like.
For sure.
Bit milk for their kids from your local Tesco. Justice corrupts these men. And for those of you that are confused about the term, a street tier or a street level hero is just what you think it sounds like. Somebody who operates in a more grounded place like a city or a town and protects the people in that place from criminals. Most of the time by scaring them. So sit down, get your snacks, and relax as I talk about the madness that are street level heroes. And without any more yapping, Batman is the first one that comes to mind. This man literally uses fear to take down criminals, hiding in the shadows like one stalker, and stands on literal rooftops at night, pitch black in the dark, and looks at people like this. Look, I just know for a fact, in Gotham, when kids see Batman in real life, they're probably not out here looking at him thinking, oh my god, it's Batman, it's Batman. Can I get your autograph, please? Spider-Man! Nah. They're definitely gonna run away from how ominous the guy looks. I mean, the way he even takes down crime? No way, man. Look, I know and we all know that deep down, Batman has good intentions for the people of Gotham. All in all, the guy really just wants to make a change for the place to be a much better and safer area for everyone. Because let's cut to it, Gotham by far is the worst superhero fictional place ever. It stinks.
Wait. Metropolis, though?
That's only because Superman.
Nigga, Toyman will flip the whole bitch upside down.
That's the only but that's only because Superman is there.
It's okay, but that arguably makes it worse.
No,
because
Superman
the scale of niggas.
I've heard of deaths. I've heard of deaths in Gotham. I haven't heard of deaths in Metropolis. I don't hear that.
That's what you're chatting, but then Christmas Eve, Darkseid will pull up with the whole fucking armada.
I will leave.
Darkseid is not pulling up to Gotham.
In real life in London look like the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's how shit is out there. Somebody's always getting robbed every 2 seconds, murked every 5 minutes, and blown up every hour. And the police ain't doing this about it. They're useless. But when it comes...
Right, but at least my man Superman is gonna make sure I'm reaching up until December 23rd. That is when I will get up and leave and go to Flash's City. Hey, bro, I feel like I haven't heard niggas dying.
Okay, yeah, West City is actually tough.
I'm living in West City, gang. You wanna know why? Because if I fall off a fucking skyscraper, he's gonna be down there waiting to catch me.
There's like 4 Flashes, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm living.
It's not even just one. Like, there's one Superman. Or I guess if we're cooking it with Kara's, there's 2 super people.
The Bat family, I don't even think they save people. I think they do. Bro, they clean up.
They save people.
They clean up. They don't save.
They're
not like premature, bro.
No. That's what I'm saying. You'll have to be in a danger, basically. You'll have to be strapped to a bomb already. and you're saying your prayers, you've already called your wife and children, and then they'll save your ass. If it's just the Joker mob is running a fucking tank through the street and a car is flipping over, it's about to crush your ass, you're dying. You're dying. But in Metropolis, Superman will save you.
Superman will save you. He'll stop the car. He'll pick you up and stop the car. Why are you
stop your car from getting cooked?
And he will put the car down gently too. I'll still have my heart.
Batman will just swing and save you. And that's if Batman feels like saving you as an individual. If Batman is not cooking that, Batman will just throw a freaking batarang at your ass. It'll snag your freaking joint. You'll crack your back, but you're alive. And then he'll keep it pushing with the freaking Batmobile. Oh my god.
Don't try to sit here trying to argue. Metropolis is on par, boy.
Metropolis.
I'm dying in Gotham. I know I'm dying in Gotham.
Clockman will turn you into a baby, bro.
I don't want to hear that. And I'll be shitting my pants, but before 24 hours hit, Superman would have fixed the issue. Batman has gone months investigating. I don't want to hear it.
The Batman stopping crime his own way and actually trying to be a part of this hero shit. This man is straight up terrifying. Like I mentioned earlier, Batman uses fear as a tool to scare criminals, acting as an imposed threat to all of them, and instead of being perceived as some symbolic representation of hope, to them they just seem like he's the devil. And the actions Batman even does in Gotham to get crime down,
He died. He said Batman.
They just seem like he's the devil. And the actions Batman
he straight up
even does in Gotham.
Chai!
No, he's dead.
He's dead. That dude died.
He died.
That is blood.
He died on the first impact, bro. You cannot tell me that man is alive. And then let's say he is alive. Who's coming to pick him up and take him to the hospital?
His fellow goons.
The goons that Batman's also about to break each arm and leg of.
Well,
to get crime down gets you questioning on why you would even become a bad guy in the first place. You basically just want to game over yourself at that point. You're finished. Batman is the same guy who would interrogate people by threatening to squash their heads with his own car, dash them and throw them across rooms, punch them endlessly until they stop breathing, dangle them off whole giant buildings threatening to drop them, and even after getting the information he needed out of this one guard threatening to break his arm, he still broke his arm anyway. How is he not considered the bad guy here? He's sick. This is the same man who would bum rush people and get score streaks, straight popping UAVs every single time by knocking out waves of 10 to 20 people in one go. And then apparently, when it comes to people like the Joker, who do significantly worse than any other people in Gotham, he just gives them a slap on the wrist. This is favoritism, man. How is it not playing your favorites? In Arkham City, when Joker was about to die, Batman was saying that after all he did, he still would have saved him. Which I can understand to an extent because he's a hero.
And this motherfucker be saving villains. No, hold on, stop it. Because if the Joker and you are about to get squashed by a car, he would throw the batarang to try to save you and actually pick up the Joker and leave.
So Joker's just good, man. It's like,
I will slap
technically.
you. I will slap you. But then the Joker would be the same person who then set C4 on all the highways in Gotham. And then some of them now went off. And now there's rubble flying at me. And then Batman's like, and he's now sitting, oh, what are you going to do, Bats? Save me or the kid?
I mean, he has to save the Jitter.
Bro, he'll throw a battering at the Jitter and pick up the Joker.
Okay, no. Batman has to secure Joker. If he does not secure Joker, Joker is like Doom,
bro.
Okay. Joker's like Doom. Joker will have a substitution, a freaking Joker clone. He'll have a dude
dressed
that
up
has,
like him.
Yeah, with freaking Joker mask or gas or some shit. So he's just geeking and shit. Like, Joker's a slippery bastard, kinda. So Batman has to get hands on the nigga. So
I don't want to hear that. I can get saved by everybody else.
Allegedly. And the Joker was dying anyway. But then, when you really think about it and deep it for a second, how is he saying nice things like this to the Joker? But to the average level criminal, he's straight up dumping them out like he doesn't care. Nah, Batman is just a sociopath at that point. You just gotta sign out here. This man really and truly just doesn't care for any situation. If he even saw you wearing a belly and trying to steal some money from a cash register, put the money in my ass, nigga. Even if you try to justify to him saying that you need the money for your family, or to save your own life, or for whatever good reason that would actually make sense, you're gonna go straight to heaven next week. He has zero tolerance for petty theft. But for people like the Joker, after he would do some mind-bending crazy antics, like paralyzing Barbara Gordon, traumatizing Jim Gordon, and worst of all, he thought he killed Barbara Gordon,
This nigga had 3 midgets dress up, dye their hair, and wear pink bows to torment a man that's half butt-ass naked.
He is butt-ass naked.
That nigga is crazy.
Yeah, Joker's a wild ass.
But these 3 niggas
like
signing up, saying, yeah, I want to do this is insane.
It's an opportunity to work with the Joker.
Get the fuck out of my
spruce up
face.
your resume, dog.
He thought he killed Jason. And yet, the best he could do for him is Arkham. Bake off, man! Batman is the same person who will say he has a no-kill rule, that he'll never cross that line and wouldn't be able to come back from such a traumatic experience. But what the hell is the difference between that and giving everybody else straight lobotomies? The man effortlessly puts people on 1 HP, straight critical health, dogging on them and consistently putting them in the ICU real quick. If we're being real here, he's always like 1 punch away from killing somebody. You might as well commit to it at that point. In Injustice, he was moving like Superman was some absolute demon threat that needed to be checked, right? But then he was out here thumping this guy till he would see starlights. Bruce! After the 3rd punch, he was already knocked out. The extra punch you were putting in was so unnecessary. You flipping twit. He may not kill that.
Yo, he was beating.
Nah, he was, bro. He get that man like 6 or 7 of them Jones. Like, and this is a Batman punch, bro. It's not a regular dude punch. That's like getting punched by 2 MMA fighters at once.
Bro, he was getting his. He was slumped after the 2nd.
Guys, but he wouldn't make you drink through a straw for the rest of your life. He'd break your jaw so hard, you get put on some meaty meal plan like eating soup for the rest of your days. That's a horrible way to live. Curse you, Batman. And the thing is about half the shit this guy does is that some of it really and truly is just hella unnecessary. Why are you interrogating and punching up people like this? I'm not saying you don't have to be a little threatening and do the business to criminals. I mean, you live in Gotham. I understand it, but god damn, man, you more or less hospitalize everyone you come across. And healthcare's already hella expensive too. You pagan, you know they can't pay for that shit then, bro. If you're a thug in Gotham and you unfortunately come across Batman, your life either way is so cooked. Cause not only are you about to get your body discombobulated like you Kira from JoJo and most likely tied around in a giant cast, but now you gotta pay off all that healthcare you finna get too. So now you got a broken body and you broke. Yo, get me out of here, man. This guy is evil. But as much as we already know that Batman comes off as a horrifying individual, let me tell you something real quick. Spider-Man getting serious and telling normal jokes genuinely might be top 5 most scariest people in fiction, because this guy becomes a sicko. Even though Spider-Man is like one of the most unserious superheroes you could ever come across, with him consistently making quips and jokes and honestly just giving more of a vibe that he's not gonna do anything to you
in there with him.
Well, that shit is cap. I don't know who told you that. That could have been fun.
Did he not?
He did. She said, "Shocker, buddy."
Quips and jokes and honestly just
let's talk, my dude.
He literally closed the door behind him and said, "Yeah, okay, yeah, you're stuck in here with me."
giving more of a vibe that he's not gonna do anything to you. Well, that shit is cap. I don't know who told you that. That could have been further from the truth. That low-key doesn't mean shit. Because when Spider-Man actually decides to tweak out one day and stops pulling his punches, then the guy has the potential to become a straight-up demon. It's crazy. Every single time Spider-Man goes through some sort of traumatic moment in his life, especially when it comes down to the death of a loved one, shit always starts going sideways. Like in the movies, when Uncle Ben got murked, the guy wasted no time, chased the person who he thought did it real quick, and scared the life out of the guy so much, he fell out a window and finessed himself. And that guy wasn't even the real murderer anyway. Spider-Man basically just killed a guy who ain't done shit to him. Mad! I'm not gonna lie though, he was still a piece of work anyway. You know what? I'd throw him out the window too. This guy was a waste man. But in Spider-Man 3, when he found out that Flint Marko was the one who actually killed Uncle Ben, this guy jumped straight down to the sewers, started crawling in the dark like one fiend, stalking this guy, and when he finally peeked out in front of him, ready to run the fade, we all know Peter was intentionally trying to murder him. Game over him in the next 5 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. He had no idea that was gonna happen.
Yeah, he did not know he was made of sand.
Yeah,
he was just trying to cook her.
Bro, like, I don't want to hear anybody say,
he was just trying to cook
he
him.
already knew that Sandman. No,
he did not know.
He was genuinely trying to kill him.
Gave his life. He didn't care about anything else besides getting revenge. Granted, he was wearing a symbiote suit, which definitely influenced him negatively, but it doesn't change the fact that the idea of murking him was already circling around Spider-Man's conscious the entire time. And who blames him? You mugged his family. Of course he finna tweet. Like my dog. When the Green Goblin came out in No Way Home and straight up started trolling and violating Peter's whole plan to save the Sinister Six from dying in their own universes, this guy Peter wasted 0 minutes and was giving straight belt to ass on the Goblin, doing whole finishes on him, hitting multiple headshots with his punches, and the Goblin was just laughing in his face and suplexed him straight to the bottom of the building. Then when the Goblin committed the most disgusting, vile act of killing Aunt May and made Peter practically lose his mind, when these two were having their final fight at the end of No Way Home, Peter was straight up bugging. Every punch from the guy was personal, like how I beat the shit out of my controller when I get stick drift. Stop doing that shit to me, man. I hate it. This guy banged him in the face so hard he tumbed down on the ground, literally just hitting heavy attack after heavy attack after heavy attack. He wanted to kill him. The only reason why he didn't fall through with that was because Tobey Maguire stopped him. And even if Tobey Maguire didn't stop him, he probably would have killed him anyway if Andrew didn't throw him the Goblin Cure. That's some perfect timing right there. Norman, you were hella lucky, man. But look, I can keep mentioning so many moments from movies and TV shows that show you Spider-Man is a lot stronger than he is. He's low-key underestimated on when it comes down to his superpowers. He comes off as a lot weaker in general than what he's capable of because he doesn't want to hurt people.
Yeah.
So let's just make this interesting. Spider-Man has slumped She-Hulk. I'm talking about one punch, one single punch, one chrome to your dome, one bang to the face, one deck to the head, one knockout KO while hanging upside down, and he slumped her like they were in a boxing match. She got fully sent to the other side of the room because of it. And the context behind this,
Spider-Man knocked yo shit. What?
Posing as She-Hulk tried to kill Spider-Man. And because Spider-Man didn't know that it was actually a fake She-Hulk that tried to do that shit, he just chose violence the minute he laid eyes on her. And I know you lot aren't deep in this shit enough. Are you realizing this, my boy? She-Hulk can sometimes go bad for bad with Bruce. Spider-Man can punch Hulks. What the hell are we talking about here? On top of that, he's done loads of merciless shit, like ripped Craven's daughter's face off, almost ripped the skin off Norman's face too, yacked off Doc Ock's metal arms, which would leave the guy in extreme, excruciating pain because it's like ripping his actual arms off, and done a lot more crazy shit, like hold up the flip.
So he could have he could have just ripped off Doc Ock's arms at any moment.
I mean,
I thought they were made of like adamantium.
Basically, they're like lined with it anyway. So it's like a gold-plated jump, like an adamantium-plated jump, which still is like insane. That's still really wild.
City level is definitely my choice for where Spider-Man's at.
Beat the living life out of Kingpin after he tried to organize a hit out on him, which got Aunt May hurt, and he started giving him the straight work. But the worst thing Spider-Man has ever done is that he dissed the X-Men, which apparently isn't really all that uncommon. The X-Men in the Ultimate Universe are dickheads. But the point I'm trying to make here is that Spider-Man could be a literal menace if he wanted to. I mean, shit. I didn't even mention things like Superior Spider-Man punching Scorpion's jaw clean off, or even crash outs like Insomniac Spider-Man, who are out here doing whole finishes on people, making it look like they'd never wake up the next morning. Especially when he got that symbiote on him. He was dead-ass killing Mandamin. And as much as Spider-Man appears as goofy and unserious, just look at him in other comics and places, bro. Like Daredevil. Look at Spider-Man in Daredevil. The guy looks like he's about to send him into a coma. The man is crazy. But what if I told you I had somebody worse than these two? What if I could tell you I had someone who is one of the biggest sickos of all time?
Please.
A guy so dangerous, so merciless, so twisted in how he fights crime. On my life, he's the worst than seeing a jump scare. And the last person I want to bring up for this video is Moon Knight. And he's crazy. Don't be fooled by the TV show, or maybe just a small amount of represent.
Is Moon Knight on streets here now?
Not that, but I just don't know about the villainy of Moon Knight. Like, I don't know what Moon Knight be doing.
Moon Knight's got in cartoons and shit. This guy is by far one of the, if not the worst hero you'd ever want to come across. I mean, if we're keeping it a buck here, he barely moves as an anti-hero. He moves like a villain. If you were a criminal and you saw Daredevil, congratulations. He might knock you out, but the most he would do is just send you to prison. If you saw the Punisher, sure, you might die, but you gotta remember that he has no superpowers and he's just a human, so you might have a chance to beat him. But with Moon Knight, we're talking about a man who's got the backing up from an ancient god. He has immortality, military special ops training, and a no mercy mindset to the point where he practically murks everybody. The guy is literally unhinged. I'd rather fight and get my ass beat by Arkham Batman, straight belt to ass on my shit every other day, than ever fight Moon Knight. This is the same guy who carved the whole man's face off and wore it like it was his own, consistently beats the life out of people, breaking every bone in their body, and leaves guys with a moon-shaped cut in their head like a calling card. Whooped villains like the Hobgoblin and made him beg for mercy. What is this? Like, dog, he made Taskmaster afraid of him. Taskmaster is scared of Moon Knight because not only did he get first-hand experience on how crazy this guy is, from him crashing an entire helicopter into the side of a building to get at him, but Moon Knight has one of the most sadistic, brutal fighting styles ever. If you don't know this, Taskmaster is somebody who learns and beats his opponents by mimicking them, gaining photographic reflexes to where he basically becomes a better version of whoever he goes against. And the reason why he consciously decides not to copy Moon Knight is because Moon Knight tanks everything. He eats straight bullets, takes arrows to the chest, probably a sword to the brain, and he never dodges. He fights like he has nothing to lose and straight up dog walks everything. He had Taskmaster so shook from this shit that he was begging him for mercy. This guy is a fiend. Moon Knight gave Taskmaster generational trauma so bad that not...
I mean, I guess if you have if a god is basically making you immortal,
yeah, you can do that.
You will just walk
can
through
cook
shit.
it.
And I guess having three fucking personalities in your head, because the motherfucker is schizophrenic. Like, I guess you're just so insane. You're just like, all right, you just shot me in the face. Who decided that? And he just kept on walking.
Only does he take no more jobs and contracts to take him out, but he snitches to Moon Knight every time he gets one because he's scared.
That's crazy. Telling the nigga that he has an op because the op tried to hire him to come kill him is crazy to me.
Mainly because I'm scared as hell of you. Jesus.
Scared of him. Oh my days, he's a sicko! And there's so many more things Moon Knight has done that would just make you delete yourself if you saw some of this shit. Like, good God, man. He even just grabbed Thor's hammer without being worthy and stole Ghost Rider's car.
What?
Even beat Iron Fist in a 1v1 and teethed his powers. Whose man is this? Moon Knight is just 100 times worse version of Batman. He's called the Fist of Vengeance for a reason. His way of taking down criminals is just villain shit. I'ma keep it real with you lot. Moon Knight even decided to wear white because he wants his enemies to see him coming. He said, "Bun the element of surprise. I'm jumping straight in and throwing all these hands." Although he is a really complex character, with him being somebody who suffers from DID and has multiple split personalities, that doesn't change anything on his way about taking down criminals. He might as well be a criminal himself. If I was a thug working for a crime boss and I saw Moon Knight perching on a rooftop just looking at me, I'll game over myself, man. My life is over. And these were all the characters that I wanted to mention for today.
No Punisher, though.
No Punisher, bro, because, like, that are monsters. I feel like Punisher, the worst thing he's gonna do is shoot you. Right? Spider-Man could really, real life, kill you in a couple motherfucking ways. Who was the first one? Batman? He's so rich he could kill you in a couple motherfucking ways. Moon Knight has so much free time and a god backing him that he has enough time to do it. That being said, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Like up, sub up, binge some videos on the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Grit your teeth, chase your dreams.